Hello, and thanks for joining me on this edition of Let's Talk About It with your host, Ferrell Phelps. My guest today is an amazing gospel artist by the name of Kristine. Kristine, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We've been having a really challenging time trying to coordinate schedules and get Kristine here to have conversation with us, and we've been going back and forth with her amazing publicist, Ms. Sharon Baldwin, and we finally landed on a date and time, which happens to be now. We know that God's timing is perfect, right?
Yes, it is.
And so this is the perfect time for Kristine to be here. Kristine, I want my audience to get a little bit more information on who you are.
Okay.
I know that you're an amazing gospel artist. Tell them how you started.
Well, I started singing when I was 4 years old in the church, as most gospel artists do. I actually joined church at 4 years old because I wanted to be a singer. And from there, I've done a lot of different things, from R&B, gospel, jazz, some kind of blues things, and classical music. I'm classically trained as well.
Wow.
But I feel like God just settled me into classical music.
Okay, classical.
I'm sorry, into gospel music.
Okay, classical gospel music. Huh?
No gospel.
Well, I think that's wonderful. It's good to know that you're a very well-rounded
Thank you.
artist, and I think to be successful, we have to have different elements and bring them all together to make it what we want it to be. And so I'm sure you probably put some of your classical in there, some of your, all these things probably become a part of what your gospel music is.
Yes, yes. I've been told that you can hear some of my training when I do sing. Yes.
And so, what made you decide to become a classically trained artist? Was that a decision that you made? Was it a conscious effort, or how does that happen?
Well, I've always known that I wanted to do music, and when I went to college, that's what you had to study, which was, at that time it was classical music.
Okay.
And so.
And from what I understand, you went to Spelman.
Yes, I did.
All right for Spelman. So what was that experience like with you?
Oh, it was
for you?
wonderful. I mean, it was an amazing experience. Dr. Janetta Cole was president of the college when I was there, and it was just a wonderful experience. Nothing like I'd ever dealt with before. I was also the Queen of Morehouse College as well.
Oh, wow. So I'm sitting with the Queen.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sitting with royalty. I had a chance to listen to some of your music, and one of the things that I recognized in your music was that it was pure and it was from your heart. And I oftentimes say what touches the heart is what comes from the heart. And when you sing genuinely, that's what people will genuinely feel from your music.
Thank you.
And I think it was track number 3 on the CD that I was listening to. I forget the actual title of that song, but as I listened to that song, and I had spoken with your publicist, and I told her, I said, this song lets me know who this person is, because it touches me, and not every artist is able to touch the listener in that audience, and so I think that's what helps to make a person successful.
Thank you. One of the things that motivates me is love. I'm a gospel singer, but I also call myself an inspirational singer because I also sing about love. And for me, love has the most important part of love is, of course, my relationship with God, and then also my relationship with family, my relationship with my husband. And I say that because I don't only sing gospel music. We also have love songs. My husband and I do the music together, and we have songs that are about love.
Yes. And one of those songs, which I just had the pleasure of listening to, was This Love. And I was telling you guys when you first walked in, I couldn't get it out of my head. The hook just had me. I'm walking around singing This Love, and I can't sing. But I'm walking around with this, and I'm sure it will resonate in my spirit the entire day. But it was a beautiful ballad, a beautiful song, and the instrumentals were awesome on it. But again, it just speaks to the talent and ability that you have and your husband have as artists. One of the things that's like, I guess, a platform for you that I've learned about in reading your bio and your information is pertaining to homelessness.
Yes.
And from what I understand, that's like the platform that you're standing on right now to be a blessing to the people that starve hope. Is that correct?
Yes, that is very correct.
And not a lot of artists will take the entire portion of their proceeds for a period of time to donate to an organization. Oftentimes you hear 10% or 20% or 30, whatever, but you never hear an artist actually saying, I'm going to give 100% of my earnings during this time period to an organization that makes the difference in the lives of other people. So I totally want to commend you for that.
Thank you very
And
much.
it says a lot about who you are as a person and your genuine drive and ability to help people and your desire to want to reach out and make a difference in the lives of others through the gift that God has given you. This CD, it's simply titled Kristine and Home for the Holidays.
Home for Christmas.
Home for Christmas.
Yes.
All right, we're going to switch Christmas and holidays. And I definitely want to encourage people to check the CD out and not only check it out, but actually purchase it because it's going to help to make a difference in the lives of many other people, from what I understand. And how might they find your CD, Kristine?
It's available online from iTunes, CD Baby, Amazon.com, and pretty much any online outlet that you want to purchase it, it's available.
Okay.
And you can buy one single. I suggest that you buy the whole CD.
In its entirety, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm sure the whole CD in its entirety is good, and it's a quality
Thank
product that I'm sure she and her husband, right,
Yes.
has worked very hard to do. Now, I also read in your bio when we talked about mental illness, that was something that kind of hit home with you, right?
Yes, very much.
And can you tell me a little bit more about why that hit home with you?
Growing up, my mother suffered from mental illness. It was like my life had two sides. She was the Sunday school teacher when she was well. She was a Sunday school teacher, the choir director. She picked up all the kids and brought them to church. And just ran the Vacation Bible School. She was a member of the choir, a gorgeous soprano voice. But when she stopped taking her medication,
Okay.
it was a totally different person.
Okay.
She stopped talking, and just it spiraled until her being institutionalized for a while.
Okay.
And then when she was on her medication, she was able to come back home. But it just made me lead, like, just be very unsure of what was going on in my household at home. And that was from my whole childhood.
Really?
That went on. And when I look at Star of Hope, I know that a lot of people who are homeless have suffered from mental illness. And one thing that my father used to say all the time is, there before the grace of God go I. So when I saw that, and I had the chance to partner with Star of Hope and donate those proceeds to them for Christmas, it was something that I just didn't want to pass up.
Right.
And
it was a no-brainer for you, huh?
yeah, that was, that's just an awesome opportunity.
Yeah.
I believe that God has given me my voice, not just for singing, but as a tool to open doors for people, not just for me, but also for other people, and to constantly be able to give back. So, one thing that my husband has said is, you take care of somebody else's house, of God's house, He'll take care of yours. And
Amen.
so we stand on that.
Wow.
So we stand on that. And that's why you have 100% of the proceeds going towards them.
Yeah. I think that's wonderful. I think so many other artists should actually follow suit.
That would be wonderful.
And help to make a difference in the lives of others like you're doing.
Thank
We're
you.
going to talk a little bit more in just a moment about your life and where it's going and your career when we come back with Let's Talk About It with my wonderful guest, Kristine. Hello and welcome back to Let's Talk About It with your host, Ferrell Phelps, and my wonderful guest, Kristine. Kristine, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
I wanted to talk a little bit more about the direction that your career is going in now. Where are you headed now?
Well, the next thing that I'm going to be doing is to release my solo project. And it's called Kristine Something to Sing About. It'll come out in either late January, early February of 2013.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So we have that to look forward to in the future.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me this. What was the foundation for that album? Was it something that inspired you to do it? Was it things that happened in your life that inspired you to write songs for a new album? Or what? What was the inspiration for that?
Definitely things that have happened in my life inspired me to write. Just going through just a lot of life circumstances.
Okay.
A lot of the songs are about hope and knowing that God will take care of you, and telling people to come to God, because a lot of times we go through things that we don't have to go through by ourselves.
Yes.
We won't turn to Him, and so a lot of those songs have to do with that. I have everything on there. It ranges like I have something called 2:15 in the morning.
Okay.
One that's called I've Got Something to Sing About, which is the title track of the CD, which is, God gives me, some of the songs are straight up just come from Him.
Okay.
That particular song, one morning I was sleeping, I woke up and God said, I want you to write a song and I want you to call it I've Got Something to Sing About. Something to Sing About.
Really?
Yes, and so, and that song has just gotten a very big reaction.
Okay.
I took it to my husband and he did the music even better than what God had given me in my head.
Wow.
So I mean, it's just amazing.
Wow.
It's amazing.
That sounds like a good partnership to me.
It's one of those things that God put together,
Yeah.
and I thank Him so much. Before I met my husband, I've been trying to get tracks produced, and I was running into all kind of roadblocks, and then I went back and God paired us up working together in the school system.
Okay.
And he was just everything and more that I needed as far as a producer. And
Okay.
then from friends, we just developed a relationship. And I always tell people he had the music and I had the words, and God put it together.
Wow. 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 Well, that's how it is when God orchestrates something. When God orchestrated, it's perfection. When God does it.
Yes.
And so often we try to put things together ourselves, but there's no better plan than the plan that God has for us
Yes.
and His plan for our lives. So that's out in 2013.
Yes.
That's out in 2013. Okay. Tell me this. You and your husband met how many years ago?
A few.
A few years ago.
Actually, we are celebrating our 10th year of marriage.
Wow.
Yes, our 10th year
Wow.
of marriage. So
That's
I
great.
tell them we're celebrating the whole year.
And why not?
I think it's a milestone.
Well, why not?
I'm very happy about it. I'm grateful to God. I've seen so many of my friends not be able to make
Right.
it, and it's a tough road, but I thank God it's nothing but His grace that allowed us to make it. And the music is just a byproduct of His glory and of His grace. And
Absolutely.
I forgot to mention also that we have a CD that's out right now that's online, available at iTunes. It's called Together Forever, and it's a love song CD. And this love, the song that you were speaking of
Right.
earlier, is actually on that CD. So that's actually available also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, for the people who are like me that may not hear something the first time, repeat that. Want to make sure that you guys get the information
Okay.
so that you can pick this CD up.
If you go to iTunes and you look up Steve Trigg, which is my husband, and look up Together Forever, it's the number 2 together and the number 4 ever, you will find songs that are love songs. So.
All right. And this love, I can attest to that one because I can't get it out of my head. It's a beautiful song. It's a beautiful song. Now, you also have an event that's coming up sometime soon, or Christmas lighting or something to that.
Yes,
What is that? Tell me
very
more about
excited. On December 5th and December 11th, I will be with the Star of Hope and celebrating the Christmas tree lighting.
Okay.
So I will be celebrating with families and employees, and I'm not sure who else is going to be there, but I am very excited about doing that.
Wow, wow. Okay, now tell me, where is that located?
In Houston.
In Houston.
I don't know.
Okay, it's perfectly all right. I was just wondering if it's going to be open to the public, if it's, what type of thing it is. But regardless of what it is, I think that's a great thing that you're going to have the opportunity to do that. And so often we want to showcase the blessings that are here in the city of Houston. So often we go outside of Houston to get blessings. But here we have a talented person who's willing to give her time, her talent, and her money to a great cause to bless the people at the Star of Hope. Again, that's very commendable.
Thank you. Thank
It's
you.
very commendable. We're going to pause for just a moment, and
Okay.
we will return. Thanks so much.
Thank
All
you.
right. See you shortly. Hello, and welcome back to Let's Talk About It with my awesome and talented guest today, Kristine. Kristine, welcome back.
Thank you.
This segment, we're going to get the opportunity to hear a little bit of that talent that you have.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. And I know that your music can be found on your website.
Yes, which is www.kristinemusic.com, and that's Kristine with a K.
That's Kristine with a K. Don't get it twisted. Kristine with a K. Want to make sure that we got that understood by our audience, because we want everybody to get the opportunity to go out and find that awesome album. And you have that Christmas project that's currently happening, that's going to bless people and also bless the Star of Hope. When purchases are made, 100% of those proceeds, again, will go back to the Star of Hope, which is quite commendable.
Yes.
Quite commendable. You don't hear very many artists doing that. Kristine, before I go, I want to allow the audience to get a taste of who Kristine is through song.
Okay.
Can you give a little song for us?
Yes.
All right. Kristine.
Born in a manger, low, a little baby wrapped in swaddling clothes. The tiny baby child made Mary and Joseph smile, but little did they know what they would behold following the bright star. Many people came from near and far to see the baby boy that would bring the world joy, sent from heaven to earth on Christmas Day. He made it Christmas Day. He came down from above to show us his love. Celebrate his birth on Christmas Day. He made it Christmas Day. Born in a manger, low, a little baby wrapped in